You got a moment, lad?
What would you like?
I don't want to yell. Come closer. You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bullshit to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
It sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horseshit. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see in these parts. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
Well, I'll stick to what Chenyek told me. I'm not complicating it by stealing wine.
Well, that's a shame.
Chenyek said you could give me some gear too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you. I can't go any further. It's too deep. Heal! Go! Go! Whoa! Sit. Stay.
Night shift again. What's that sound? I heard it here. Nothing, I suppose. I heard something.
Come here! Quick! Easy, good horse. Everything all right, eh? Easy, good horse. Whoa!
You surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift.
I'd like to ask something else about Goatskin.
What more do you want to know about that bastard?
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
Well, good luck.
Farewell.
Lord be with you.
What can you tell me about the guild?
I'm not going to lie to your face like the others. Let me spare you the bullshit. We're just a bunch of really desperate people who have no choice but to steal. We're scrambling as hard as we can, and all this talk about fighting Sigismund is just a fairy tale for the dim-witted.
So why does the guild really do what it does?
To survive! I bet. When Sigismund finally fucks off one beautiful day, the guild will keep on doing what we've always done, only with a different enemy.
So you're not in it for the noble cause, I gather?
That's right. At least I'm willing to admit it. But the others seem to really believe the stories about society where all folk are equal.
Nice and slow.
I wouldn't want that there.
I have some news about Liechtenstein.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I think I found that goatskin fella. I think I know where he might be. It seems he's hiding out because someone had him beaten up recently.
If they're after him, he's surely mixed up in something. That's a good sign, right?
Only I don't know where to look for him. All I know is he's hiding out somewhere between Hradec Quarter and the horse market, and that he robs someone every now and again. But I can't search every single house there, can I?
If the worst comes to the worst, you can. But it might be wise to try asking around first. There's a big bathhouse in the Hradec Quarter, and nearby there's an alehouse where the miners go.
It can't hurt to ask. Maybe someone there knows about him.
Aye. Or you could try to lure him out. If you dare, go to the bathhouse and show you've got lots of coin. Maybe you'll get lucky. You look pretty decent. That ought to do the trick.
Decent? My, what a compliment.
My humble apologies. You look magnificent, of course. All the girls in Kuttenberg will be just yearning for you to lead them to the altar.
Thanks. You look pretty decent yourself.
You're right. It doesn't sound all that flattering.
I'll be on my way.
Aye, get going. I need to get back to the alehouse job anyway.
Good doggy. Good boy.
Greetings. What do you want?
I'm bringing you some food.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe my eyes! So much food! Who do I owe for this feast?
Thank the local guild. And King Wenceslas.
Long live our good King Wenceslas!
See you later.
Come and take your pick. New wares. Greetings to you.
Needles, thread, pins, silk thread.
Of parish priest.
That's not true at all.
But since silver made the city rich, the townsfolk have become unwilling to share with Malin. The rest you know
I
already.
apologize.
The foundations of a new cathedral were laid on land belonging to the Evan parish.
Good job. Good boy.
Greetings. Do you need something?
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food, it's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some leftover for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful! May God bless our King Wenceslas. Farewell.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? God be with you.
God be with you.
Rise, mushrooms! Charcoal! Shiny charcoal! Sorted
How's
and
life
weighed,
treating you?
fair
Not too bad.
prices, fine ware.
Please. Big and small, round and thin, come.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Good morning, lad.
I brought you some food.
Sweet Jesus, I can't believe it. I must be dreaming. So much food. Who do I thank for this feast?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas.
Du, you are a brave fechter. Why not test yourself against the Meister? No man in Kuttenberg is as good as Menhard.
Welcome, sir. What can I...
I'm bringing you some food.
Dear God. I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some leftover for the neighbours. Who sent us such a cornucopia?
The Kuttenberg Guild sends it, in the name of King Wenceslas.
Long live our good King Wenceslas. See you later, my friend.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I'll feed my whole family and have some leftover for the neighbours. Who should I thank?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? May God bless. Farewell.
Fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Need some kind of jacket?
bless you. Aching legs.
You surprise me. Not many fellas can stand up to Goliath.
You know how it is. The bigger they come, the harder they fall. It's all in the technique, innit, mate?
You ain't wrong. If you want to give it another go, have a word with Mole. We have this contest, if you get my drift.
I'd like to ask something else about Goatskin.
What more do you want to know about that bastard?
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
Well, good luck.
Take care, friend.
Well,
Are you going to bake bread today?
I did what you asked me to do.
Great! So you robbed the chest and fed the poor?
The chest is emptied.
And you left the cabbage for him?
No.
Oh, it was such an easy task. Never mind. What about the beggars?
I fed as many people as I could.
You're a hero. Folk will really appreciate that, you know. They've never eaten like this before. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? And that feeling of satisfaction. We may not be any richer, and yet...
You know what? I'm beginning to understand the guild's modesty.
See? And now, let's talk about your next job. Just before I tell you more about it, try talking to Rat. I'm sure there are a few side jobs for a chap like you. And Goliath could teach you how to throw a proper punch. He's the best brawler far and wide.
You said you have some more work for me. What is it?
Well, you might have noticed there's some houses in Kuttenberg with peculiar symbols on them.
Of course I have.
I figured someone like you would notice them right away. But I'm sure you don't know why they're there, eh?
What are they for?
Before we was here, before the guild, even before Sigismund turned up, this whole place was under the thumb of another gang. They didn't have a name, and they wasn't aiming at a greater cause like us. They was mostly thieves, but it was hard to get the drop on them, on account of how cunning they was.
And they use these symbols?
They thought them up.
And what were they for, these symbols?
It was a way of marking houses. One of the crew drew a symbol to send a message to the others.
Smart idea. But what's it got to do with me?
Being able to use them symbols would come in plenty handy for us. Think of all the benefits. We tracked down one of the old gang recently. His name's Hinek, but he used to call himself Greaser. He was a bit of a know-it-all and made fun of everything. I sent Hogg to find out the meaning of the symbols from him, but I'd rather someone else kept an eye on him.
Where can I find this Hinek Greaser fella?
I'm glad you're up for it. His house is on the edge of the check quarter, near the gate.
Farewell, good sir.
Chenyek said you might have some work on the side for me.
Sure. You did a pretty good job last time. I'll give you that. So, I think you can be trusted.
So, do you have something?
You know the rules. If I tell you about it, you can't back out.
I know how it is. I'll do it.
Good. But there's a catch. It's not dangerous, it's just not for the faint of heart. You see, a certain mine owner recently kicked the bucket, and we need to bring him back to life. That Hanneman rot may have been a cunt, but he sure was rich, and above all, childless. So, by law, the church, the city, and that Hungarian horse son Sigismund will all get a share of his property.
And what do you want me to do?
Fortunately, Rot was vain enough to be buried in a tomb with his rings, and more importantly, his seal. Now do you get it?
Ah, I understand. The guild could use the seal to conclude a few interesting binding contracts, eh?
Most astute. Exactly so. Bring me the seal, and whatever else you find on the way is yours. Corpses can always be difficult, so if you want any good luck charms, just say so.
Where is the dead mine owner's tomb?
Right in the Sedlet's graveyard in the underground ossuary. Just look for a freshly bricked hole in the wall. It might be marked with something.
How do I get to the underground ossuary?
That's the hard part. But maybe one of the monks that take care of the ossuary will help you. There's always one nearby. You just have to figure out how to approach him.
What does the seal look like?
Nothing special. Just a bronze seal on a neck chain.
Good. Now I know everything.
So, break a leg, brother.
Do you have one of those thief's charms for good luck?
Naturally. Tried and true. Yours for a few groschen.
Fine. I'll buy it. How's this?
More. By all means. Here it is. May it serve you well.
Tell me more about these thief's charms.
One couldn't get by without them in our profession. You can usually buy them cheap from an executioner or knacker, since they're the only ones who can cut into corpses. Fingers, hair, veins, teeth, and fingernails. They're all good if you want to be lucky and not get caught red-handed.
I'm Henry, a new member of the guild.
I'm Rat. That's what they call me. My nimble fingers can deal with any lock. Me and Hog. We're the main workforce in the guild. Hog is my best friend.
Tell me about yourself. Where did you come from? What are you doing here?
I'm doing what I've always done. I'm stealing. But now, I'm doing it for a higher purpose. Because I only steal from the enemies of the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Have you ever thought about finding more honest work?
And let others rob me blind on my earnings? Thanks, friend. I think I'll stick with stealing.
What do you think of the guild?
If you want to talk, go to Chenyek. He's the chatty one. All I can tell you is that ever since the guild began, even thievery makes more sense. Suddenly, I don't feel so guilty. And a part of every haul goes to the poor, so everyone is happy.
Isn't that just an excuse?
Not at all, friend. You can see the results with your own eyes. Most of the city is on our side.
Hey, Henry, come over here.
Chenyek wants me to do something.
What does he want this time? That idiot would be better off finding himself a woman instead of thinking up damn fool shit. Let me guess. It's something real important that'll help us in our noble cause.
I'm supposed to keep an eye on Hog, who went to find out the meaning of the old thieves' symbols around Kuttenberg.
And what do you think about it? Are you gonna help it?
I think so. Could help in our fight against Sigismund.
I guarantee you Sigismund don't give a fuck about no scribbles on houses. This is just a missed opportunity for us to line our purses.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols, tell me. And I mean only me. I promise you, we'll make a fortune out of it. They ain't just any old symbols. They're thieves' symbols, see? Help me out, and you won't regret it.
I'll have to think about it.
Don't wear your brain out. There ain't nothing to think over. When you find out more about them symbols, you know where to find me. Farewell.
God be with you, neighbor.
Good day to you.
Good doggy. Good boy. Bottoms up.
Wherever I go.
You see? You do have some Geschäftsgeist.
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
I don't know him, but this is a miner's tavern. They'll know better than me. Or Wayman the innkeeper might know something.
I'm looking for this vagabond.
Aye, Goatskin. That rings a bell. But I don't come here often. If there's something you want to know, ask the miners. This is their tavern. My friend.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. How can I help you, sir?
What do you have for sale?
Happy to be of service.
Good afternoon.
I'm looking for this vagabond. Goes by the name of Goatskin.
Aye, Goatskin. That rings a bell. But I don't come here often. See, if there's something you want to know, ask the miners. This is their tavern. Hmm?
What?
Nice strike. Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin. I hear he hangs around here.
Goatskin? That mangy piece of shit. He turns up on the street now and then. But he never shows his face in my alehouse. No Germans come here. Some Gluck.
Goatskin's German? I didn't know that.
Goatskin's above all a slippery bastard who can't be trusted. I've no idea what language he speaks. What I do know is he likes robbing Deutscher merchants. And they don't come in here.
Any idea where I might find Goatskin, then?
You could try asking in the bathhouse, behind the yards in Hrada Quarter. They get a lot of well-heeled Deutschers in there. And some young wench there's been seeing Goatskin for a while now.
It sounds like you're not too fond of Germans.
It's the local yakkers who can't stand them. I've got nothing against them fuckers myself. If you've got glint, come in and make yourself at home. If you ain't, then fuck off.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
Have something at least, since I gave you the goods on everything. I helped you out, didn't I? Don't be a pinch purse, and cough up a bit of glint, eh?
I'll have a look at the wares.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
If it's my... Then...
No, not money. Well, maybe.
Might have guessed. How bad is it? Greetings. Do you need something?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. I heard he sometimes comes here.
Aye, he turns up now and again. The louse. The bastard's ruining my business. 2 of my customers refused to come here again after he robbed them one night.
Let me guess. Germans?
One was for certain. From somewhere in Bavaria he was. The other speaks Czech all right, but he's got a German name.
And you wouldn't have some idea where I might find Goatskin, would you? I reckon it'd suit you if he packed it in.
You bet it would. But if I knew where to find him, I'd wring his neck myself. That bitch Mary's bound to know, though. She denies it, but we all know she's walking out with him.
I thought you bathhouse girls stuck together. What have you got against Mary?
There's a limit to everything. As soon as you mess with someone's livelihood, you ain't no sister to anyone. She can marry that cripple for all I care, but when he robs our guests and ruins our reputation, she should grab him by the balls herself and... oh, never mind.
Is that all you know about Goatskin?
Ain't that enough for you? I'm not here to know stuff, in case you hadn't realised.
Thanks then. I'll be off.
If you find him, give him a slap from me.
Do you get a lot of German merchants here?
We used to, from all over the place, but mainly Lausitz. But there ain't so many these days. Unfortunately.
Why unfortunately? Aren't the locals good enough for you?
Course they are, but they've got less coin and they live here. Wayfarers always spend more than locals. But there's one who ain't stopped coming. Udo, he's called. But that's all I can tell you about him. He ain't interested in our... services.
He just drinks here?
Drinks and plays dice. Almost every evening.
Thanks.
You're welcome. But stick around and spend some coin. So I ain't telling you this for nothing. See you soon, my friend.
Come on, come and have a sip. What can I do for you, sir?
I'll have a sip of you.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Do I know him? That fucker is the bane of our lives. Why are you even looking for an idiot like him?
He knows some things that I'd like to know too.
What would he know? A mangy vagabond?
Do you know where he might be?
How should I know? If I knew, I'd have told Adam long ago. He'd wring the bastard's neck in a trice. Last week alone, he robbed 3 of our customers. All German.
Could you tell me where exactly he robbed the customers?
Hard to say. You know how it is. Drunk and merry gents who can hardly walk. But it usually happens somewhere near the Black Horse, and in those lanes there, the bastard stays clear of the main streets. For good reason.
Have you got any German customers here now?
What do you think? No, because words got round. Except Udo. He couldn't care less, it seems.
And is Udo here now?
No, it's too early for him. He usually comes later in the evening. I reckon he only comes here when other alehouses kick him out.
Why does he choose to rob Germans?
A German merchant always has more coin in his purse than a Czech one. Haven't you noticed that?
Thanks. I'll be going.
You're welcome. And have a word with Adam if you really want to find your Goatskin. He's the owner. I reckon he'd be keen to find him too.
I need to take a load off.
And what are you interested in, sir?
I'd like to get to know one of your pretty bathmaids.
Don't worry. Once my girls get their hands on you, you'll forget all your sorrows. At least for a little while.
I can't wait.
Excellent. Pay up, and we can get started.
I'll gladly pay you.
You certainly won't regret it. My baths are first class.
That second round was on the house. See you next time, handsome.
Guten Abend.
I'm looking for someone called Goatskin, and the innkeeper said you want to find him too.
You're damn right I do. That lousy bastard robs my customers. Deutschers mostly. And they're the very ones that pay best. What's worse, word's got around already. If you get hold of him, well, there's something I'd like to sort out with him.
Sort out? That could mean lots of things.
Nothing nasty, don't worry. Besides the Germans. Goatskin also robbed a scholar from Prague. Jan Schindel he's called. And I reckon he has friends in high places, because he went straight to the city council. Not good for business.
How will it help you if I find Goatskin?
Schindel complained to the council mainly because Goatskin nicked some scholarly stuff of his. He's one of them fanatic crackpots. So if you tracked down his things and returned them to him, he might drop his complaint.
Any idea what the scholarly stuff was? Books?
No idea. But he said something about constellations, and then something in Latin.
I'll see if I can find his things.
Great. If you find anything, take it straight to Schindel. He lives in the house of Vetter the scribe. And don't forget to tell him I sent you.
Right you are. Now, about that Goatskin.
What do you want to know?
Do you know where to find him?
Not the faintest idea. If I knew, we wouldn't be having this chat. I asked at the Black Horse. Dirty miners, right riffraff, that lot.
What did they tell you?
They claimed not to know anything, but they couldn't stop smirking, bastards.
Have you ever seen him up close? Can you tell me what he looks like?
Like any other tramp. Filthy and disgusting. And he's got a dent in his head the nippers could use for a game of marbles. I reckon that's where his wits fell out. And he's hardly got any teeth. But what would you expect?
You wouldn't happen to have a German customer here now, would you?
I reckon not. But I'm not sure. Ask the girls. Just please, don't interrogate my guests, all right?
I'll go and look somewhere else now.
Aye. If you do find him, watch out. He may look like a half-wit, but he's a right slippery snake.
Right.
Möge Gott mit dir sein.
Good evening. Do you need something?
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. You haven't heard of him by any chance?
Everyone knows him. He's got a bit of a reputation.
Any idea where I might find him?
No chance. I keep my distance from the likes of Goatskin. Maybe someone at the Black Horse knows him? The miners there sometimes keep company with vagabonds like him.
Thanks.
I wish you a blessed evening.
And then
Honey, mein Schatz, come here.
Come and take a swig, sweetheart.
Guten Abend. Was brauchst du, mein Freund?
Greetings.
What? Wer bist du?
I'm Heinrich, von Skalitz.
I'm Udo, from Taubisch. Nein, Tauberhofs, Heim. Scheiße. Aus Tauberbischofsheim.
Aha. A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Herr Udo.
Ebenfalls. Spielst du Würfel? Dice. You want to play?
Do you know a goatskin?
Ein gutes Kind? A good child? Yes. I have 5 at home.
No. Goat skin.
Ah, yeah. I know one merchant. Very good leader.
That's not what I'm looking for. Where is it you're from, Goodman?
God im Himmel. I have already told you. Aus Tuber. Nein. Tauber bis Hofsisheim.
Ah, right. What's it like there?
Long.
I don't really understand.
Exakt. Ich auch nicht. Also, lange. Very long.
What are you doing in Kuttenberg?
Earning Geld. Everyone here wants my Holz.
Holz?
Holz. Wood.
You bring wood here?
Yeah. But not just any wood. Rare. Exotisch. For decoration. Decoration.
I didn't expect to meet a German who sells wood.
There. You see? Neither did I.
I think it's about time you headed home, Goodman.
Ha! Home? So early? Warum?
You're a merchant, aren't you, Goodman?
Handler. Jawohl, I am.
I'm a merchant as well. They're looking for you where the merchants' wagons are parked. There seems to be a problem.
Ein Problem? What problem?
A fire.
Fire? Again? What have those idiots done this time?
I don't know. But you should go take a look.
Ah, so. I will go then. Auf Wiedersehen, mein Freund.